Hi everyone, I'm Jim, Belinda's executive assistant here at Equanimity Executive. As we celebrate our 14th year anniversary, I'm thrilled to sit down with Belinda MJ Brown, a master's certified executive coach with the International Coaching Federation, the driving force of our company behind success. So we are here to ask her some thoughtful questions about her coaching experiences. Belinda, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. How does it feel to reflect on 14 years of coaching and leadership?
Thank you, Jim, for welcoming me. I'm excited and thank you for having been with me for the past year. It has been a pleasure working with you, and I'm excited about sharing with our audience what we have been doing and how I've been working and what led me to be here today. So let's start it.
Wonderful to hear that. So, looking back over your 14 years with Equanimity Executive, what's one breakthrough in coaching that inspires you today?
One of the breakthrough moments that is really inspiring me today is to see one of my clients being able to go from being nobody to become someone. And when I am mentioning this, she was so overwhelmed by all the labels that she was, carrying around and being defined by her environment, her social environment, her education, that she could not find any resources to be herself, and she was always wanting to please. And so it was confrontation, trying to fight, being in such a difficult situation that she got stuck and almost lost the essence of who she was. What was powerful is the day that she was able to reclaim that, when, as many of my clients, she was able to connect to who she truly is, removing and peeling off each label one at a time, to discover that she had all the answers, that she could lead her life the way that she wanted. And when I am, talking about this, she's an executive that for many, many years was, delivering the life that she thought she was meant, to live. And one day she just, discovered that she could do anything, but really anything. And her perspective changed, her energy changed, the way that she was showing up changed. And she started to connect differently with people, to connect differently with her environment. She shifted, her mindset, where she was not, feeling that she was at the effect of her life, but more at the creation of it. And everything, benefited in her life. Financially, it changed, the way that she was defining, money and abundance. It shifted also the way that she was looking, for the next role, instead of to look for how do I fight that to check, the next boxes and to fight to get where I feel that I deserve to be. She started, to just, flow and work with organization for the purpose of just being one of the pieces of the puzzle. She realized as well that she did not need to fit in. She needed, to be who she was. So it was less exhausting. She was expelling tons of energy as she was, trying to be somebody that she was not. And finally, when she got to the place where she said, I don't need to fight anymore, everything became magical. And I know that in executive coaching, sometimes we don't want to use those words, but this is the word that she has used. For her, it became magical to live, to lead, to inspire, and to go to work, feeling that actually she was meant to be there, not had to fight to deserve what she needed. So this was certainly one of the most important, breakthrough that I had experienced. Many other ones have been also part of my experience, but as you were asking, I remember, clearly the pivotal moment where she started, to shift her mindset and the conversation changed.
That's really inspiring. For sure, everyone watching here will be inspired about your answer. Next one, what's the most surprising leadership lesson you've learned that every aspiring leader should know right now?
Leader myself for many years in multinationals and global corporations, I would have never imagined what I discovered through working with my clients. And I wish that I had the opportunity to have that when I was younger, but it was, meant to be like this. So one of the things, the leadership, lesson that I'm, learning is in order to be successful, you really need to know yourself and to know every part of it and to be humble and to be vulnerable as well about the things that you might not know, that you might not know how to do, and be okay with that. Because as we are working in organization, we are working as teams. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be open to recognize what you are strong at and really focusing on your strength. And if you feel that there is something that's missing, maybe somebody else in your team might have it. Your manager, maybe one of your peer, maybe one of your direct reports, somebody that is working with you. So I think that this is one of the biggest lesson is you don't have to carry the world. You don't have to have all the answers, and leaders today that are capable of inspiring others are the ones that say, I might not know, and if I don't know, I will actually create curiosity and support myself with the right people around me.
Such an important lesson. Our follow-up question would be, if you could whisper one piece of wisdom to your younger coaching self, what would it be?
Oh, this is a beautiful question. And I have, thought about, this quite a lot. And I would, tell myself, be confident. Just be yourself, be confident. Don't limit, yourself, and see what's happening. Actually, this is what I have learned in the past 14 years is the more I am myself, as I am also supporting my clients to be more of themselves, the more I am able to impact positively and to create transformation for my clients. Something that I was taught in coaching school and I was feeling extremely confident with. But when I left coaching school for the first 2 or 3 years of my the growth of Equanimity Executive, I lost track of that. And it led me to different decisions, to posture that were not mine, but the one that I thought were expected from me. So just, be confident, be yourself, and everything will just unfold as it should.
I really love that advice. I think I need to apply that personally. Now, there are many myths about executive coaching out there. So, what's one you would love to bust for everyone watching right now?
One of the biggest one, and that I have not been attached to, but that have proven to be wrong, is that you have to have expertise and you have to have been in the shoes of the person that you are coaching. That's not true. Actually, I have find myself many times working with clients where I didn't have any clue about what they were currently doing in the organization. And when I see that, it's not that I was not listening, but they are far from what I had experienced myself in the corporate world. It was actually a gift to come with fresh pair of eyes, not focusing on trying to find solution on expertise that I knew, but helping the clients to really reassess and reevaluate their own posture, their own perspective about the situation so they can develop something that works for them. So actually, this is a gift to work with a coach that has sometimes no clue about what you have been doing and has no experience in it, because it gives them this ability to not be influenced and to want to lead the clients toward the solution that they might feel is the right one. So it gives actually the space for me as a coach to really be fully present, to listen to all the cues, to the energy in the room, to what is said, what is not said, to the who the leader is instead of to the what the leader is trying to accomplish. And it makes huge difference.
What a great perspective. Switching gears, Belinda, can you share a simple daily habit or a mindset shift that leaders can adopt right now to boost their effectiveness?
I think that one thing that I love to offer to my clients is the opportunity to learn how to take this helicopter view. So for any situation that they're experiencing, anything that they might feel stuck, with, it's taking, the habit of elevating, themselves and being able to look at the situation with the eyes of somebody else, the observer. This is what I call it. If you were, to observe, yourself in this, situation, or if your leader or if your mentor or if your spouse was to look at the situation, what would they see that you might not be seeing right now? And it's powerful because it gives the opportunity for people to get out of this stuckness, so this fight or flight where we are trying to fight and to find answers, or the stuckness that we are experiencing, to get to a place where we can explore different perspective. And then when we have those different perspectives, it allows us to be back in our frontal lobe, the neocortex, and to be able to develop creative solutions that will usually be perfect for the situation.
Thank you so much, Belinda. Speaking of stuck, when clients feel overwhelmed, what's your go-to question to help them regain their clarity?
So when my clients get stuck and they tell me I don't know, one of the questions that I like to use is, what would be different if you knew? So we are bypassing actually the stuckness and helping them, to see beyond that, to create the bridge toward what they want and the desired state. And usually it works like a charm. It seems to be a simple question, but a really powerful one.
That's a game changer question. I know everyone knows coaching can get intense. So how do you stay centered and calm when coaching leaders through high pressure challenges?
One of the things that I have done for myself is I practice calmness myself, because I was a hyper leader when I was in the corporate world. So I totally understand what leaders are and executives are going through. So what I have been religiously doing on a regular basis and on a daily basis is meditating, making sure that my mind is clear, that I don't have any frustration before coming to any of the conversation with my clients. So it's about setting up myself for success and creating the environment for my clients to be successful as well. So when they are arriving, usually what I do is I'm noticing the energy in the room. And when I notice that the energy is a bit tense, I ask, my client, what would they want to put on the shelf before we start our coaching sessions? It's a place for my clients actually to become aware of what might be lingering in the background. And so it's an opportunity for them to name actually what's going on and to put it on the shelf at the door of our coaching session, and then they can go back to it when the time is over.
Personally, since the day one we met, I work with you, I can see clearly your calm presence. It really makes a difference, especially in this job. Can you share a client aha moments that deeply moved you and transformed their leadership journey?
So one of the biggest aha moments for my clients is when they realize that they have more power than they think they have. I have clients that get stuck. They are feeling that nothing is moving, and then they realize that they can reclaim some of their power that they have given away to their environment. And then when they get in this place where they are back into control or influence, it changed everything. And then in a couple of minutes, a lot of their ideas, action plans, the energy shifting in the room. So this is so powerful. So this is probably one of the biggest aha moments that my clients are getting, realizing that at some point, instead of to be spectator of their lives, they can become actor or even scenarist, and then everything changes for them.
Thank you, Belinda. Such a powerful transformation. If you could gift every leader a leadership superpower to, elevate their impact, what would it be and why?
I think that one of the superpower that I would love for all of the leaders to reclaim is creating space for themselves. When you have space, everything become easier. When people are rushing on the hamster wheel, they cannot see what's happening. But really reclaiming those 10 minutes per day, just to set an intention. How do I want my day? How do I want to experience my day? What energy do I want to bring in the room? Who do I want to be today? Are some of the questions that people can ask themselves. But for that, you need to take those 10 minutes. This is also 10 minutes, maybe a week, to reflect on what were my big wins? Where did I make an impact? Where actually did I align myself with my core values? And how can I do more of this next week, next month, next year?
I really love that choice. Lastly, but not the least, as you celebrate 14 incredible years with Equanimity Executive, what is your vision for the future of executive coaching?
Vision for executive coaching is that it will stay. I know that a lot of people are talking about artificial intelligence, about the world changing. And I think that what is the most important with the executive coaching aspect is that it helps leaders to create a sacred space for themselves so they can reflect, they can dream, they can not only achieve more, sometimes it's achieving less. A lot of my clients, actually, it's not about achieving more, but it's achieving less so they can experience more, they can, live more, they can live this regret-free life that they want, still making an impact, because I think that they are just refocusing their energy where they know that they can make a difference in their world, but also a difference in their organization. So I think that the future of coaching is about coaches becoming even more professionalized. So it means that more certification, certainly more continuing education to be able to work in a more complex world, because I think the level of complexity will become extremely, extremely important. It's also about acknowledging that everybody is unique, so working with singularity instead of to work with leaders and saying, yeah, there is types of leaders. I don't think that we have types of leaders anymore. I think that what makes a great leader is someone that can inspire others, that can really feel aligned with who they are and shine through. And because of this, we need, as executive coaches, to get rid of this temptation of wanting each leader to have all of the qualities of what all leadership from the 20th century was about. Today, there is a breadth of leadership skills that don't even exist yet. We are developing people that have high level of empathy, but also high level of sensitivity, ability to be extremely inclusive, to the point that everyone is unique. And when you have this level of uniqueness, it's also for coaches to remind themselves that they are not here to lead people towards one specific model, but to lead the person to find their true ways of leading, the way that feels so natural that it flows and it makes a real difference in their life.
Belinda, thank you for sharing your heart and wisdom with us today. It's clear that Equanimity Executive impact is only growing stronger. So to everyone watching right now, thank you for being part of this journey. Here's to many, many more years of leadership growth and transformation.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much. I am, really excited about the next, years, and excited about being able to transmit as well and to work with a growing team of coaches in the next few years. This is what I'm, planning of doing to bring even more of this into organizations. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Belinda. Again, thank you for watching, everyone. Stay inspired and take care. Bye.